Hi YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Today I just want to do a quick little thing on the topic that is Whoopi Goldberg that's been blowing up about. Basically she said on The View that the Holocaust wasn't about race, and I just want to express my views on that subject. Now, as Whoopi is a black person, what I will say is that the only type of race that she has been discriminated against is obviously the colour of her skin. So because that's what she has gone through in her life and all the things like she's witnessed, she's actually 65 now, so she would have grown up just before the civil rights movement, and that's when, back in the 60s, there was a lady who was on the bus. She was a black lady who was on the bus. She had to basically give up her seat so a white person could sit there, and she didn't, and some bad shit happened to her basically, and that was surely obviously because she was black and a white person wanted to sit there. Now, as Whoopi is black herself, obviously this doesn't go against my thoughts or beliefs of it, but obviously because Whoopi is black, the only experience of racism she has is like white on black. So when she sees like a Jewish person who's white, and like she's talking about basically racism and like the Holocaust, she just can't put it together. I get it goes over her head. It kind of goes over her head that she actually thinks another group of white people will discriminate against another group of white people. And technically, you could argue it's not about race. You could say, well, it's just about like the country you're from, because like people from Scotland and people from England are the same race. They're still white people. They're just from a different country. Like the racism that the Jewish people dealt with, they were like from German people, Nazis, but they were German people. Now the Jewish people are from, I don't even know where Jews are from. I'm not gonna lie, I don't actually know where Jews are from. I think they're from Israel or somewhere like that. So basically, you could argue that because like the Jewish people were from a different country, it's just they weren't being like hated for because they weren't white. It's because they're from a different country. But obviously, I know the Holocaust was about the Germans believing that basically you had to be pure white blood. You had to be pure Aryan blood, and the Aryan blood is like Germans. Really, it's Germans. So you could say, technically they're not being racism. They're not being racist. They just don't like people from different countries. The Nazis, that is, they don't like people from different countries. And yet, because the Jews, they went to Germany, they left their homeland and went to live in Germany. I think Hitler basically, he just didn't like seeing people get rich, coming from another country and getting rich. So just put this excuse about, oh, you've not Aryan blood. I don't really think he really hated them because they were Aryan blood. I just think he didn't like the fact that some other people coming from another country and getting rich in Germany. But anyway, people are actually thinking that Whoopi Goldberg is like anti-Semitic now. Like they actually think that what she said, she meant to like cause harm, and she meant to say, oh, you should forget about Jewish people in the Holocaust. They shouldn't be like complaining because it wasn't about race. That's not what she was saying. She was just saying that obviously she still thinks it's bad what happened to him, obviously, and all she was saying is like from her upbringing, racism is about like what you can see, like there's a white person, there's a black person there. He doesn't like you because you're black, for whatever reason, because you're black, or because you're Asian, you know what I mean, or because you're Chinese, like, or Indian, you know what I mean. She doesn't believe it's just because you're the same colour. She think, well, how can you hate someone? You're the same colour, but you're just from a different country and you're hating that bad. You know what I mean? And she can't wrap her head around that. And she didn't mean it like, oh, I really, 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 really think Jews should just forget about this now. Because what you're going to remember is like, about, what was it, 3 million Jew people died, yeah? But look how many black people died in slavery. It was way more. It was like on another level. But like black people just like let it slide. They don't really go around every year saying, oh, remember the Holocaust. Remember the Holocaust. In that black people's case, it'd be remember the black slaves. You know, just get like one little day, the Martin Luther King Day in America, and that's it. And like when there's like racism, like black people don't go on about it. Like they'll just have a little, basically a little riot, you know? Which quite honestly, I think is reasonable under the circumstances of what everything happened back in the day. A little riot is not the end of the day, you know what I mean? And like when it goes out, like when Jewish people, like if any little thing comes up, they're so harsh on person. Everyone, the world listens. The world is upset. The world listens so hard about it. About, oh, it's been anti-Semitic, or like when John Galliano, the fashion designer, obviously that was a very bad thing to do. He said that about Jewish people. He says, oh, we wish they were killed. Obviously that's very bad. I mean, any discrimination anyway is bad. Like homosexual discrimination is bad. Racial discrimination is bad. You know what I mean? I think everything like that is obviously is not good. It's just evil. But like what I'm saying, and I hope you get the gist of what I'm saying, is basically, I'm going to put it like this. Oprah wasn't trying to be like hurtful in a statement. She was just saying, I don't think it's about race, what happened to the Jewish people. She believes that it was about one group of people being bad to another group of people, not because they're of a different race, but because they're, I guess, from another country, and they moved to another country, and Hitler didn't like it, and he formed the Nazis. Because the hatred, I think racism is more than that. Racism is like when you just don't like a person, because obviously the colour of the skin is the main thing. That's the main thing, you don't like them, because they're different, because they look different, because back in the days, they thought they were like a different species. They thought black people and other brown people were a different species, and they don't like them because of that. And that is more hurtful, that is more disgusting than whether the Jewish Holocaust is about race or not. That's more disgusting than that. Anyway guys, that's what I've got to say for now. Gonna do some more YouTube videos soon. As I'm sure you were, you've seen a lot of my stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought about this, and yeah, tell me what you thought about Whoopi and her views, and do you think she's to blame in terms of her thoughts, being a black person, being she's 65 as well, and all she's had to go through in her life. Is it that wrong that she said that? Is it really that wrong that she said it's not about race, really? And everything she's been through in her life, all the bad things, being black, growing up, having like people trying to knife her in the street and that, setting fire to her house. You know, is it really that bad that she said that? Anyway, I'm gone. Peace.